What's going on, everybody? Mike here, coming at you from Badlands Paintball. Well, today I'm going to be doing a tech video. This one was actually requested by one of our viewers. They wanted to see how to properly tech and maintain your Etek4 LT. So we're going to be taking a look at this Etek4 today. We'll keep it pretty basic maintenance, definitely in terms of how to clean and maintain your bolt, and getting access to your rammer, your Eclipse kit in the back there. I'm also going to show you guys how to get access to your detents and your brake beam eyes as well. So let's get a little bit of a closer look at this Etek4 LT, and we'll see how to tech and maintain it. Now quickly though, before we zoom in here, you're always going to want to make sure before you start teching that you have your manual, people. Have your manual. Actually, the Etek manual is fantastic, shows you how to break down and maintain everything. So I'm going to have the manual with me. Make sure you have it with you as well. You're also going to want to have some lube on your person as well as some grease, okay? Keep your parts bag on you in case you need to swap out any of the O-rings, as well as your Allen key set, okay? So have all these pieces along with some paper towel to clean off any excess paint before you get started. Now come on in here, let's tech this marker. Alright guys, let's get teching this Etek. So the first piece that we are going to take apart and make sure is clean and greased is going to be the actual LPR, which is this piece right on the front here. Now we can gain access to our LPR internals like the piston and the spring simply by, you can hand twist this LPR right off. So I'll give this a twist until it's completely removed from the frame. Bam, just like so. Now you can actually pull out here, carefully I might add, the rear spring, as well as the actual LPR, oops, sorry, dropped it there, the LPR piston itself, and on the inside, you've got the front spring as well too. So the LPR piston is the main piece we're going to want to look at. Of course, if either your front spring or your rear spring are bent or out of shape, you're going to want to replace those. But the more common issue will actually be the front O-ring on this LPR piston here. So you're going to want to make sure that that O-ring is clean and re-greased, and then you can slide everything back into the LPR cap. So we'll want to insert our front spring first, making sure that it sits on the pin properly that is inside of the LPR cap. So perfect there. I'll place that first. Then I'll take my actual piston here. O-ring side first will go down right on top of the spring. Perfect. And then we bring in our rear spring here. Now before reinstalling our LPR cap and its piston, we're going to want to get a small cotton bud and just clean the inside of this LPR rear end here. There's a small O-ring right on the inside of the opening. You can clean that off and then re-grease that O-ring as well. Once that's done, we can attach our LPR right back on where it started. And just tighten it down. Hand tighten, doesn't need to be over tightened, doesn't require any tools or anything like that. So hand tighten that LPR down. Perfect, we'll be good to go. Now the next piece that's going to be the most common for us to be teching and maintaining are going to be our bolt on top here, as well as maintaining the Zik rammer kit. So to gain access to the Zik rammer kit, we actually do have to remove our bolt. And actually we're going to want to clean that bolt anyway. So to clean and remove the bolts, you're actually just going to pull up on that top pin there, and then once that pin is up, you can actually slide the bolt right out. We can see on our bolt here that you're going to have two O-rings on the front that you're going to want to maintain and keep greased. So you want to check that those O-rings are in good shape. If they're not, replace them. If they are in good shape, they might just need some greasing. So you can apply grease to the O-rings themselves. You don't need to apply grease to the rest of the bolt. As well as that grease might spread, that's fine. There's no need to actually cake grease all over the bolt itself. Just going to be the actual O-rings. So once I know those O-rings are greased properly and clean, I can actually set that bolt off to the side. Now, because that bolt is removed, that's going to give us access to our rammer. So you're going to want to get your Allen key out, and right on the rear is going to be the hole for that rammer. So we're going to twist this Allen key all the way counterclockwise out. Our rammer cap is actually removed, and then that's going to give us access to the rest of our rammer. Now, you may need to get an Allen key right in the top here, just to slide that rammer the rest of the way out. Once you can grab it, you can pull it on out there. And that's what you're going to see on the inside for your rammer itself. So you do have the bumper on the back, as well as 3 other O-rings. You're going to want to make sure that those O-rings are in good condition, and once you know they are, you're going to want to lube them, okay? So you do have some lube that comes with your kit. You want to make sure that those O-rings are nice and lubed, in great condition. Make sure there's no dirt or grime or debris on the inside of your rammer housing, and then you can actually slide that rammer right back into place again, and then reinstall the rammer cap. Bam. Once the rammer cap is reinstalled, you can actually put your bolts back in. But before we reattach the bolts, I'm going to want to show you guys how to get access to your eyes and your detents. So to gain access to your detent, you're going to get the right size Allen key here, and there's going to be 1 screw right on the side that's holding your eye cover in place. If you remove that single screw, just like so, put that off to the side. Now we can take off our eye cover here. May need an Allen key to help you lift it off. Perfect. So with that eye cover off, we have access both to our eyes here, which are connected by a cord to the rest of the electronic board there, and you also have access to your detent, which is the small rubber block in the top here. You can get your Allen key and actually help you pop that detent out. You're going to want to make sure that detent is in good condition, that it's not cracked or damaged or anything like that. If it's in good condition, okay, then you can pop it right back into its slot. It really only fits in one way, and you know that it's right when it's sitting nice and flush again. Now your eyes, you're going to want to get a microfiber cloth and just gently wipe off the front of that eye, making sure that it's nice and clean. You want to also check the hole to make sure that the hole the eye is sitting in is nice and clean, and then run a microfiber cloth or swab right down the inside of your breech to make sure that everything in there is clean. Once you know the breech is clean, your eyes and your detents are clean, you can line that eye right back up, sits nicely where it's supposed to, and reattach your eye cover. Make sure you got the wires in the right place so you're not pinching anything out by accident. Once you got the eye cover back on, we can install the screw. Once we've got that back installed, now we can reinstall our bolt. So the most important thing is that the rammer actually goes for, the bolt I should say, goes for a ride on that rammer. So this pin that pops down from that bolt has to sit in its correct place on the rammer, which is right in the rear. So I'm going to want to slide this bolt in and line the bolt up flush with the back of the marker, and then snap it down into place. You'll know it's in the right position when you push your bolt as far as you can forward and it actually springs back a few millimeters. So pushing all the way forward, up, but it pops back that few millimeters, good. That way I know I'm in place. And when I pull it all the way back, I'm flushed up with the rear. The big thing that you want to make sure that you don't do is insert that pin ahead of the rammer, because at that point what will happen, the rammer will kick forward, will push this bolt pin actually into the body of your Etek, which is not a good thing. So you want to make sure the bolt is lined up at the rear of the marker and kicks down into that rammer. You can push it all the way forward, check to make sure that there's spring tension there at the end, and you know you're in the right position. So there you go, guys. Make sure that your bolt is in good condition, your rammer is in good condition, your entire breech, detents, and eyes are all good to go, and your marker is going to be ready to rock and roll and get out there on the paintball fields. Alright people, so that sums up how to tech and maintain your Etek4. Hopefully now your Etek is working nice and mint, shooting incredibly smooth, so you're going to be able to get out there and play with your friends. Now if you do have any more questions or concerns about the Etek in terms of how it works or how to get a little bit deeper with maintenance, you can come into any of our 9 locations across Canada and ask any of our sales associates as to what you're wondering. We're here for you guys, okay? That's why we have the shop, so you guys can come on in and ask us any questions you need. So again, please come on to any of those 9 locations. Also, check out all the Etek4s on our webpage at www.badlandspaintball.com. You can see all the new colors and configurations, including this great purple Etek4 right here. And while you're on the web, check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Especially on Facebook, we've got tons of promotions going on right now, so great opportunities to win free stuff. And then while you're on your Facebook page, come take a look at our YouTube channel as well, okay? That's where you're seeing all of these videos. If you do like the videos, please like and comment, okay? We want to hear what you guys think. We're doing this Etek4 video for somebody who requested it, so if you do have any requests, anything that you want to see, post up on there and we'll make sure to do it for you, okay? So that's the Etek4 LT and how to tech and maintain it. Hope this helped you guys. Now get out there and play some paintball.